it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out.
So this was legs at PHX, a couple of new bits of kit here, so really good session actually, so let's get right into it. So starting off with the hack squat. So I've actually done more than this before, like I think I've actually loaded up right to the end, so probably another 2 or 3 plates, but I'm really trying to enforce that sort of 9-10 constant reps until I move the weight up, and I think that's what I actually get here. But yeah, it's a really nice hack squat. As you can see, like it's quite horizontal, so you know you can throw a whole load of weight on there. And funnily enough, I've used there a couple of rows back. There's a Cybex hack squat you can just see in the background of the video, and I used that, and fuck me, that was humbling. But yeah, this was a good set actually, and I think I actually do the second set with the same weight because I still felt that there was some left in the tank, despite sort of pushing myself. And like I said, I think I got 9, maybe 10 reps constant here, and then cranked out another 2, maybe 3. But yeah, they felt good. Like knees felt good. Had a nice foot position. As you can see, I'm starting to struggle just there. Little breather, and then straight in. So that was good. Because do you know what I find as well? Like the fitter you are outside the gym, the better your recovery in between sets, and the more you can do these constant reps. So it's good to keep your cardiovascular fitness up as well, and it's not like you have to go out fucking running or any shit like that. Like I walk the dog at a really quick pace, and it's up a hill to the park, and I just make sure I always maintain like a fast pace, like just so I'm, you know, not breathing really easily and not completely out of breath, but just you know, breathing a little bit fast, knowing that you're like working hard. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. Because my recovery in between sets as well, especially since I've been doing those breathing exercises, has been really good. So yeah, second set now. As you can see, same weight, so 5 plates, but I think I only get 7 or 8 constant reps here. And whilst that's still good, it was just nice to do a second heavy set. Whereas usually, as I was doing like the previous kind of tweak of the training method, this would have been probably 4 plates, maybe 3.5 plates aside, and I would have done 15 to 20 reps. And whilst that is really hard, it's kind of like I was saying before, like it's a bit more of a like cardio exercise for me. Like it's not smashing my legs to bits and like making them work really hard. Like it's making them work really hard in terms of like lactic acid and, you know, just endurance, but not in terms of like pushing heavy weight. And I think that's what at the end of the day makes me grow. Like some people can grow off like volume sets like that where they're doing high rep, but it just doesn't really seem to work for me. But yeah, good set, and as you can see I was pretty fucked at the end of that one as well. So straight into the true squat. This is a really nice machine. Like I pretty much do it every week because they've got one at King's as well, and it just takes all the pressure off my knees because you sit right the way back on the squat and you're squatting behind your heels. You can adjust your feet so you can squat more straight down, but I quite like the fact that it does that. And you know, once you're doing some constant reps on here with I think I had 2 plates, maybe 2 plates and a 2.5, so not big weight at all because it's only 1 pin. But yeah, like again, similar thing, 9-10 reps constant ideally, like nice and controlled on the way down, then drive and not try and go as nice and quick on the way up, and don't let the legs lock out. And that's how I've been doing it for a while, and the legs have really responded. They're still going well. I still feel like I need an extra stimulus now with my legs, so I might throw in something like a leg press, because I do a lot of squatting movements, because I do hack squat, true squat, and what's the third exercise? Pendulum squats. So it'd be nice to do something in a fixed position, obviously that isn't the leg extension, just for a change. And also when I was doing leg press, which some old videos of, I was leg pressing over 400 kilos like for reps, I did actually feel like I was getting some decent work out of them, and it works my glutes really well as well, which is something I need for my posterior chain, especially on stage, because my glute ham tie-in was never the best. So yeah, maybe I'll throw in an extra exercise now for legs, because like I said, I'm going up in weight on these, pretty much doing the same thing every week. I've added in some Bulgarian split squats, but again, even just with body weight, that's just a bit of a cardio killer for me. Like, I'm not sure how much it builds my legs, or maybe I just need to get a Smith bar over me and do the Bulgarian split squats with a weight. So yeah, we'll see. But I'll probably start with adding in the leg press, even if I do a high rep set on there, because they do have their place, but I just don't want to do it too early in my sessions. Anyway, this is actually the swing squat. Now, I haven't seen this at any other gym before, and it is wicked. Like, it looks very, very similar, like, especially as you'll watch the plane of motion, to pendulum squats. But for some reason, it just takes all the emphasis off your knees. It's very, very smooth. Like, you kind of got somewhere for your arms and like hands to like hold on to, so you can just really focus on pushing with your legs. Yeah, it's a great bit of kit, and as you can see, 2 plates aside. And I mean, fair enough, that's my 3rd exercise in, so it's not like I'm going to be super strong. But yeah, this is a good hard exercise, but one that's really nice to feel, you know. And you don't get many new machines like that, you know. I mean, I certainly tend to sort of steer towards like some of the older kit, because I find that works the best. Like, some of this newer stuff is just, I don't know, some of it just feels a little bit over engineered for me. But yeah, this is great. And then did a second set with the same weight, so, you know, really trying to keep this going, like, even towards the end of the sessions now, like the last few exercises, and keep those heavy sets for the second ones, because yeah, if it's working for the upper body, then it's going to work for the lower body. And like I said before, I think I need that extra stimulus now. And yeah, I had a really, really good leg pump from this. I remember looking in the mirror shortly after this set, and you know, when you're sitting there and you're like, there's actually like some decent thickness in my legs, like even just with the hamstring. And I've never really thought that, you know, 100% about myself, like with my legs, because they've always been playing catch up because of the knee problems I've had before. So yeah, it's always been an area that, you know, I mean, us bodybuilders get body dysmorphia, don't we? So you look at things, you always feel like you look worse anyway. But yeah, it was nice to see a thick set of legs under me, and to see the progress of, you know, and see what I've been training for come into fruition, you know. Yeah, I forgot I did this actually, so I did throw in an extra exercise, but it definitely wasn't a leg press, because I did a belt squat when I was out in Portugal, and it was really nice. And I'd never done one before, because I just did that typical thing. You always see girls on there and you're just like, oh, maybe it's just one of those girls exercises. I'm telling you right now, belt squats are fucking quality. You can sit right in the hole. You can spot yourself, because you can pull yourself up, which is what I was complaining about earlier, not being able to do negatives. So in fact, maybe I need to throw this in at Kings rather than a leg press, because this will enable me to like really force those negatives like I do with chest, which helps my chest grow so much, and do it with quads. This is actually, I mean, you are witnessing an epiphany right now, purely because I forgot that I did this. But yeah, it's another really nice exercise, because the weight is obviously attached around your hips because of the belt, so it feels, the way you squat feels very natural, because you're just going in on yourself. You haven't got a bar over you, you haven't got pads over you pushing down. It's right in your centre, so it also feels really good as well. So yeah, this is gonna get added in. I'm sure the girls at Kings probably won't. Will probably be annoyed that I'm on their fucking machine all the time, but never mind. But yeah, I had a really nice pump from this, so yeah, that is what's going to be added. Maybe leg press at a later date, or maybe some belt squats and then a high rep leg press. But yeah, this belt squat's definitely going in. Yeah, really happy with that. Yeah, and really good session here as well. I didn't film calves and stuff like that, because let's face it, they're calf raisers, aren't they? Like, who needs to see 10 reps of my calves? Not me. So yeah, a couple of sets on there, so that's 4 exercises now, and then finishing off with the leg extension. So once again, just battering myself, trying to build myself up, because, you know, this was one of those sessions where I was up for it, but, you know, when you're in a gym, it was kind of quiet, whereas I'm used to coming into Kings where there's shitloads of people, and, you know, everyone's there to train. I don't like big empty spaces, but equally I don't want the gym overly busy, so yeah, I'll just give myself a good slap just to wake me up, really. But if you watch these very carefully, like nice and powerful on the way up and really controlled and slow on the way down, because you watch a lot of people doing leg extensions and they just drop that negative portion or the eccentric portion, and it is so important, just as important as these little partial reps on the end. So yeah, really good session at PHX, and hopefully, I mean, as you probably heard, I'm a little bit bunged up, so I haven't trained for the last few days because I've been taking some rest, because previously when I've been ill I would have gone and trained because I'd be like, oh, make me feel better and all that, and it just digs you a hole in terms of recovery and takes even longer. So yeah, a few days off. I'm hoping to be back in the gym maybe Saturday, if not Sunday, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just standard, picked up a cold after being on this stag do in Marbella. So yeah, just getting plenty of rest, getting my meals in, and still weighing just over 120 kilos. So yeah, happy days. It's going really well, and I think my body probably appreciates the rest. So next up, what have we got in terms of videos? Next up, oh yeah, we've got a chest session, and they actually, I didn't flat bench or anything like that, but they had a couple of really nice chest machines, like fixed ones but plate loaded, so that should be up in the next couple of days as well. So as always guys, any questions and stuff, just hit me up in the comments and shit, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Rack it up, I got a bit